What's up, witches? It's the Undercover Witch, and this reading is for you if your sun sign is Libra. So we're doing our air signs today. I'm sorry, I have snacks because I'm like hungry, but like, you know, so good. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on your reading. This is going to be from the end of July to the end of August because we're starting a bit late, so I do apologize for that. It's basically your August reading. I mean, we only have like, what, 1 week of July left? But I'm picking up whatever's coming up. So we have the Queen of Coins, the Palace of Cups to start with. The King of Coins. Ooh, we got a pair. We got a pair. But it's so odd that, like, it's the Palace of Cups between them and not, like, the Palace of Coins between them. And the Tower. Okay. Okay. Y'all are like the right people, y'all are like right people, right time, wrong place, you know, is what I'm getting. But that's good in a way because I do feel like it's likely y'all have a stronger connection, so it's something you can go through. I don't know who this who is. I don't know if it's your partner yet. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. Okay, everything is in order the way it needs to be. So, like I said, we have our Queen of Coins, our Palace of Cups, and then our King of Cups. So, the way these are set down, when I look at them, is that the Queen of Coins is looking away from the Palace of Cups, and the King of Coins is also looking away, but he's kind of like looking more forward. So he's kind of more aware of the present and what's going on. The Queen isn't. She's looking towards the past, and I feel like most of the time this usually means there's something that they're really focused on in the past, like what they've built, what they were, what they've become. But I feel like it's a calling. There's some kind of calling, either spiritually or mentally, that like they're just looking away. They're just like, there's something I have to do. There's something calling me. And then we have the Palace of Coins. So I'm sorry, not the Palace of Coins, Palace of Cups. So the Palace of Cups is more about those emotions. It's more about, you know, your, I almost said elevation, but your, why can't I think of the word? Not elevation, enlightenment. Oh my God, I don't know what happened to me. So more like your enlightenment, that sort of thing, moving up emotionally in that regard. So, but you're turning away from that. You're turning away from your emotions. You're like, I've been stuck in my emotional state for too long. I've been worried about it too long. Fuck my feelings. Let's just get over and get this done. That's what I'm getting from you. Like you have something else. It's like deep. It's deep. So, but I almost don't think that you're running from your emotions. I almost think that you're like really digging in it. You're like, you got like a cut on your heart. It broke a little bit and you're just like, you know what? I got a cut on my heart. I'm going to tear that shit apart. I'm going to take it all, you know, apart, and I'm going to put it back together myself. Like that's what I'm getting from you. Like you're going in deep. Then we have the King of Coins who's seeing this happen and they're like, what the fuck? This is what I mean. Like maybe your partner is looking at you like, okay, they're like doing, something's going on. Something's happening. And we have the Tower. So you're almost going through like this forced tower moment where you're just like, I'm restarting. I don't give a fuck. So you're trying to take down something that looks in this, like the energy I'm getting from this card is that this is a stable environment and you're trying to tear it down. Like you have a good foundation and you, for some reason, have decided it's not good. It could be inner fears, inner workings. It could be yourself. You just don't feel safe. Something just doesn't feel right to you in this space, and that's why you're trying to tear it down. But I think it's coming from inside the house, you know, because I do have the Eight of Wands. So those manifestations are coming in. Like things are coming in. And somebody around you is witnessing these things come in, but you're trying to run away from it. You're like trying to walk away. You're like, no, there's something not right. There's something else I need to do. And I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I think that your approach to it is wrong. It's almost like you have this like destruction mentality that, and everywhere you go, you bring these tower moments. And it's like, if you move, you bring down a tower moment, but if you're still, you build really well. And so it's kind of conflicting. It's also conflicting for other people to watch, because they're like, but you're so stable. Why are you doing this? Like, why are you changing your whole life? Why are you moving? Why are you quitting your job? Why are you doing this? Like, just because I'm good at my job doesn't mean I need to be here, stuck here forever, right? Just because I've lived here for like 20 years and I have a good house or whatever, doesn't mean I have to stay here. Just because I've been married to this person for like 50 years doesn't mean I have to stay with them. I'm like, I'm done. There's something else I need to go do. I need to go do something for myself. I need to go start a business. I need to do whatever. You're successful in other people's eyes, but it's not enough for you. There's something more you want to do. There's something more you feel you need to do. And we have this Ace of Coins, which I feel like is a new idea, as well as the Ace of Wands. So you have some kind of monetary idea of something that you need to start that you think can pull in possibly more money for you, but more of a foundation, or that foundation that you're searching for. And then we have this Ace of Wands, which is that passion getting lit up, those ideas getting lit up, right? And then we have the Two of Swords. So, excuse me, these swords and cups are very similar in color. 1, 2. They have a similar feeling and emotional vibe, right? And that Two of Swords is Libra. That's a Libra card. I mean, so Libra, you're coming up in your own reading. This is you. But that Palace of Cups, that's kind of your state. That's just where you're at. You don't want to be emotional anymore, though. You're trying to get really deep into the waters, really cold with yourself. And it's causing some anxiety, some spiritual anxiety possibly. And then we have, and again, I do think this is like a form of enlightenment with your emotions. So I do think that it might be some ascension pains going on, that sort of feeling. Not a dark night of soul, definitely not. But it feels close to that. It feels rough. And this Two of Swords, I think, is you just trying to decide, like, do I pick my ideas and my dreams, or do I just stay still? Like, what do I pick, my stability of where I'm at, or this new thing? But I think what you need to realize is this is a reoccurring pattern for you. You bring that destruction and creation all on your own so well all the time. So, you know, you can see from other people's perspective of like, okay, I recognize that I'm stable. Why would I want to change this? But also, I've recreated this stability over and over and over and over again. Like, how worse can it get? Because I'm thriving, like, right? And even if you're not like super thriving, you're still like, hey, I managed with leaving my last job. I managed with getting a pay cut. I managed with going back to school while I was working full time. I managed, taking my kid back, having them in my house again, whatever it is. Like, you were able to do it. You were able to take care of everything and still be stable and still make it and move forward. That being said, we have the last card, which is the Wheel of Fortune, and it's that constant cycle. We have it going back, we moving forward. It doesn't move linearly like we expect it to. Sometimes we take steps back, sometimes we take steps forward. And so I think that mixed with your instability in the sense of, once you start moving, things are crashing down. You start feeling like you have no control or you have no support. But you do have support. You just need to be able to reach out to it and acknowledge that you have it. And then lastly, we have the High Priestess. That's just telling me that this is all very divine. This is all something that is coming from a higher space. You're being called to do something. This could be karmic. It could be what you were sent to this lifetime for. So just really take note of what that is and what you should be doing, and follow your intuition. Yeah, follow your intuition. I want to say, like, don't do anything dumb or stupid, but, like, I've definitely done stupid things or dumb things that have seemed like that, but turned out to be fine. And not even fine, but, like, better than fine, like, amazing. But, again, I know how to tell when my intuition is talking to me and when it's not. So try to do some exercises, do some meditations, do some, like, little exercises so that you can build that trust in your intuition if you don't already have it. do some oracle for each week just to get a quick overview if there's anything we missed and see the big energy of everything. We have the healer of ages, okay? So again, I really think that this path that you're going on is like divinely guided. So you might possibly be a reader, right? You might possibly be a healer. You might be working in this field. Or you could also even be in the medical field or something along those lines. You could have a big idea about trying to help with charities or starting some kind of project where you're really, really getting in there and helping people. We have the door to spirit, so you do feel like whatever this is very, very important, and it connects you to your higher sense of self, which is, excuse me, that is powerful. Whew, that is powerful, because you have to learn what your values are in life, right? So personally, my values are, one, spirituality, because it's what I make the basis of pretty much all of my decisions ever. Of course, I use my common sense, but like, damn, has my intuition ever steered me wrong? No. When I haven't followed it, it has. But when I haven't, when I went through and just trusted my intuition and made those decisions, I haven't been steered wrong. And so to me, that's the most important thing, because any part of my life, if I look at it and think spiritually, it will guide me the correct way, right? It kind of like overlaps with everything. My second most important thing, my second most important value that I try to take care of is myself. So you have to know those things when you're living your life, because in this scenario, you taking this healer's path is your most important thing. That is a high value for you. It might not be number one, but it's a high value for you. So try to think about that, because you generally, when you are following your values in life, not just spiritually, but like psychology wise, like that makes you have a better life. It makes you more successful because you're giving yourself space and tools to be more successful. We also have hostilities and your first chakra archangel, and I do believe that this is about your foundations. You are being hostile towards them because you're trying to challenge yourself. You're trying to challenge your old beliefs. You're trying to challenge them because you know the tower moments require change. Last but not least, Libra, you have indecision and angel of balance. Like, really? So, again, oh, and you know, can I just say, your last week, the third week, the last card, and then the last week, the last card are both twos, and it's the priestess, and it's the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords specifically being a Libra card. In that Six of, oh, I don't know why I thought you had the Six of Coins. That was somebody else. Never mind. Don't listen to me. But we have the Angel of Balance and indecisions, which indecision is something that Libras face a lot because they're trying to balance and weigh out their options. So, you're balanced. Congratulations. But you know it. You know that for you to make change, that for you to get moving, you have to create that hostility towards your foundation so that there can be imbalance so that you can change. So stop trying to balance everything out. Make one decision, move forward, trust your intuition, and then build, again, another stable foundation, and then balance what you have in that foundation that you're building. So you don't have to keep the old foundation. You can build something new, right? Does that make sense? I hope so. 1414. Don't know what that means, but 1414. Go look it up. Let's get some archetype cards. See what kind of archetypes you're facing. Archetypes are just like little theme kind of things for person, places, things, reoccurring themes that happen to come up. So we have the poet. The poet is someone who is very riddle-like, and Libras do have that issue, especially if you have any, like if your moon's in a water sign, or you have a lot of water in your chart. Libras can be very poetic, which is just, they tend to make riddles out of their lives, like a problem to solve. They're not really sure what they need to do. We have the healer, so again, some confirmation on that healing energy, on that path that you want to take. We have the comic, which I feel like is coming out in that hostility, like, you know, because of the nature of your being, you know how comedic you and your life is and how it seems to other people, and to you, you kind of get off on it, I think, because you know you have to destroy something to move forward in another space, and everybody else is looking at you like, why would you do that? Why would you make this change like that? And you're like, I've been doing this forever. This is how I make every change. And you just do it anyway. We have the Starborn. So again, that healing energy, and then also that very uniqueness in your intuition and that connection with spirit. We have the eternal child. So, you know, there's something that's being nurtured in that inner child space. So this is going to help you move forward. You are a healer naturally. It's something that you've always been gifted. And so you want to be using that as you move on. That's just, I mean, that's how you feel. That's just who you are. And it makes sense. And then we have the Queen. So I do think that you have a lot of energy and a lot of power that you hold with you. This Queen has a snake in here as well, which is about a healer energy, and also that shedding of the skin. So you are able to heal others and yourself and transform. Let's go ahead and grab a goal for you, my friend. Remember that great expectations create great capabilities. If you limit your goals to what you know you can achieve, you are setting the bar way too low. And you know that. This was said by Ray Dalio. Let's go ahead and get a angel card. If you don't believe in like angel stuff, just go ahead and take the message for what it is. You don't have to believe in them or work with them. We got a few cards here. Lean on God and the angels for support. So trust in your spirit guides, your system, your gods that you believe in, etc., because they do want to support you through this time and help you move to the next spot. Positive thoughts create positive results. Make sure you're really visualizing when you start recreating what you're wanting. Go forward fearlessly. You already know that this is something you just have to do. You just have to go through it. You kind of have to shut everything off and just move forward. And then you created this situation. You have the power to change it. So that tower that you built, you do have the power to change it, because you have the power to tear it down and rebuild, or you have the power to redecorate. You have the power to change your life. Nobody else can do that for you in a comfortable way. There's not a lot of changes that can be made in a super comfortable way. You could be excited, but a lot of times new opportunities can be scary. So don't let that scariness hold you back. Last, your 3 questions. So take in everything that we've talked about today. Just think about it a little bit, and we're going to flip our coins. So it's going to be a yes or no question. 1, 2, 3. Let's get the first question. It's going to be a yes. Let's get some clarification. So we have Temperance, balance again. We have the 6 of Cups, balance again. And also the 6 of Cups does represent some kind of old gift given, either from a friend or from spirit. I'm getting really weird vibes on it, if I'm being honest. I think that this is more divine than you think. I think it might be like Akashic Records sort of divine. And then we have the 2 of Coins, which again is all about balance. So you got 3 cards for balance. I don't know what your question was, but holy good Lord. Like, that's like confirmation up the butt. Okay. Second question. 1, 2, 3. No. Let's see why. We have the 3 of Wands. So you might be having this idea that you want to go somewhere. It's not going to be as easy as you think. You can't just sit there and wait for it to happen. You need to take steps to make it happen. So if there's something that you want, show the universe that you want it and start working on it. Last question. 1, 2, 3. That is a yes. Let's see. we have the Fool and the Queen of Cups. So you're kind of trying to balance that emotional maturity that you have with the ability to be loose. You're kind of like, sometimes even though you're the Queen of Cups, you play like you're the Fool so that you can move forward and make progress. So if that's what you need to do, that's kind of actually what you're doing when you're rebuilding like that, when you're causing your own tower moments so that you can create something new. That is, it pulls that similar energy. But that is everything I have for you today, Libra. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and please like, subscribe, comment if you have anything to say. Thank y'all again so much for being patient with me. I will be also uploading a podcast here pretty soon from an interview I had with Zandra Hawes. She is a psychologist, and she also does like spiritual work, psychic readings, that sort of thing. So she's super, super, super cool. And I love her. She's just so sweet. She has her own podcast as well. And I'll include that information in that episode when it is released. Other than that, I do have a few plugs, and they're not so shameless. The Undercover Witch is on TikTok. If you're ever interested in checking out our TikTok, Facebook, Podbean, or anywhere you get your podcast. And then last but not least, I am also a Podbean affiliate. So if you're interested in starting your own podcast, you could do really anything. You could talk about TV shows that you like. You could talk about fashion. You could talk about the drama, the tea on live TV. You can talk about you could do readings over that. You could do interviews over that. So there's so many options. But using that link down below, you can get 1 month free. So you can check it out and see if you like it. If there's anything you need help with and you get started, comment or like email me, because all of that stuff is available in my about section. I'll be happy to answer any questions or help you get started, help you come up with ideas. I would love to talk about it. So go ahead and check that out. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this reading and that you have a great weekend.